My project is for migrating Mongo databases to Cosmos DB. Azure Cosmos DB was released in May 2017. This database service is a new product built on top of Microsoft Document DB, which was released in 2014. Cosmos DB also supports key-value column-oriented document and graph with popular NoSQL API support. For example, you got SQL, MongoDB, table, graph, or Cassandra. The database service offers auto-scaling, high availability, disaster recovery, globally distributed, and then replication. So there are a lot of features, and also the performance guarantee or the service level agreement. Currently, we're in the process of moving some MongoDB instances on-premise or in cloud to Cosmos DB. The dataset used in this project are Northwind, the common separate files. Northwind is a sample database from Microsoft Access product. There are 11 tables with 3,308 rows. We also have another one is for the service cases in the city, and then we have 10,000 JSON documents. So here is a sample data for the city services. For example, this one is about broken street lamp. So there are others such as dead animals, missing signs, etc. And this data set got such as the people are in the report, the phone number, and what's the locations, all those kind of information. Hardware and the software used for this project. I'm using my Windows 7 laptop, and then we're also using the MongoDB Enterprise Server 3.6. Here are the high-level steps. First, then I need to install the MongoDB, clean data, load some data into databases, and then we back up the database using MongoDB, which are ready for loading to Cosmos DB. Before we load data to Cosmos DB, we need to create a Cosmos DB account on the Azure portal. And then we also need to determine the restore parameters for batch size and the number of workers. And then we restore the backup of MongoDB to Cosmos DB using the MongoDB API. Okay. And then now let's begin to just here is the steps to install the MongoDB. We download the install files from their website, and then save the MSI files on your machine, and then run this file and then use all the defaults. And then after the installation, you need to also modify the environment path variables so that you can issue your commands easily. And then you need to create a database folder. For data cleansing, the address and the node fields in employee CSV that contains comma. So we have to add the double quote, and because this file is a comma separate files, and then so Excel and also the MongoDB also treat the comma as a separator of the fields. So that's a problem for data. And then we just load sample data using that to MongoDB, using that Mongo import for the CS files. That's for Northwind. And then the second one is to import the city cases, and then we're still using Mongo import, but this file is JSON. Now and then we did a backup these two databases in the MongoDB, and then we're using the Mongo dump command. So here's the files. And then we create an Cosmos DB account on Azure for the Cosmos DB, and then we try to determine the batch size and also the number of workers for the Mongo restore. And then we just, for this one, we just send a simple inset for the Scratch database, and then we find out the request charges, and then also determine the latency. We just run a query against the Cosmos DB. And another, here's the way to calculate the batch size and also the number of workers. Now and then let us run the restore, and the first one is for loss win, and then we just use the parameters determined before, and then finish this upload, no issues. But for the city cases, and then we're using the same workers and the batch size, and then we run into issues after request rate is too large. Even we increase the throughput, and we pre-create the database task and then also collection on the portal with throughput 10,000 request unit per second. So we have the significantly lower than the number of workers and also the batch size. So this time, and then we just use 1 for the workers, and then the batch size 6. So we load that one into is 10,000 records documents into the Cosmos DB. Okay, and then so the issues and lesson learned. The major issue is the connection from Office and no data from Office to the Cosmos DB cloud. So a little bit slow. So it could be because of the connections, and because the Microsoft Cosmos DB database service, the problem is single digits of millisecond, the response time. So for us, and then it appears we need about 72 milliseconds, so which equivalent to 14 documents per second. So for 1 million documents, and you need about a day to upload. And then now and then you can increase the request, the throughput to speed up upload, but you have to implement sharding based on Cosmos DB performance requirement. And in case the collection size is larger than 10 gig, you also need to implement sharding. Now, so that's why, and then that's the problem, because normally the JSON documents, they don't have constraints, they don't have the fixed schema. So in order to implement sharding, you need to have a partition key in your documents. Okay, so for your application, you have to ensure that this column exists, and then there are values. So that's the major problem for that one. But other than that, the Cosmos DB is a wonderful product, and then you just run all the JSON the MongoDB command, no issues. So it's pretty nice. Okay, that's the end of the slides, and then I'm going to just show you a little bit about the count from the database on my laptop, and then also the database in the Cosmos DB. Okay, on the left side, and then so I'm going to connect to my local database. Okay, so I'm going to just run a Mongo command, and then I'm going to run my Northwind the count, the JavaScripts. Okay, so here and then I'm connected to my local machine, and then I'm using Northwind database, and then I have 11 collections, so that's the count of each one. So on the right side, I'm going to connect to the cloud. Okay, that's Cosmos DB. Okay, so here and then I got my username, password, and all the information. That's Azure Cloud. And then so I'm using Northwind database, and then that's all the connections. So that's all the accounts. And then I also have another database that's for tests, and then this database contains the CT service cases. So I may just log in and then use test show connections, and then db case find can case find can. Okay, I got 10,000 documents, so I can do the same for the cloud use test show connections db case find. So I got 10,000 documents. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. Thank you. Bye bye.